afternoon. Next week I should be leaving for a tour, for a 4-day tour in Wales on the R1250 GS. One of the things I really felt on that tour, and I felt most times I've taken the bike out, is I have 3 pockets in my jacket. 2 aren't waterproof on the front, 1 on the trousers isn't waterproof. And I also then have to put everything either in the top box or in the panniers, and that makes it difficult to get to when you're just refueling, or if you happen to have a toll, or you have to just get some cash, change some glasses, change a battery, do whatever else you have. So I wanted a nice small tank bag to go on the bike, and this one has got pretty good reviews. It's the Givi ST602 4-litre tank bag. It does look a little like a pimple when it's sat on top of the tank, but I wanted to have something compact. I didn't want something big that I had to look over, and equally I wanted something that fitted easily on and off for refueling. Of course, the tank on the GS is really just plastic covers to a plastic tank, so you can't really use a magnetic fitting. And most of the ones that are magnetic do allow you to strap the bag on, but then you are limited to unclipping the thing each time. Whereas this bag, which as I say is 4 litres, the Givi ST602, does come with the Tanklock system on the bottom. So all we literally do to remove it from the bike is pull this lever, which you can see actuates the tank lock on the bottom. The bag itself is supplied with a tank lock fitting, the universal tank lock fitting, which engages within that, but you do need to buy your own motorcycle specific adapter, which will screw onto your filler cap ring. Mine, as I say, is an R1250 GS, so I use a BF11 fitting. So the bag itself, I think from memory, was about £69 from the sports bike shop. The fitting was about £12 or £15. Seems a fair old bit of money for a little bit of metal, but that comes with 4 screws. Those 4 screws, like so, are 3mm hex headed. So again, unfortunately not Torx, so not the same as the OEM fitting on the bike. The screws that we're going to remove from the tank require a Torx 25 fastener, so you'll need an M3 hex key and a Torx 25 fastener to fit this, and we'll fit that on the bike a little later. The bag itself, just to give you an idea, overall dimensions are around 12 inches, 300mm long. At its widest point, you can see it tapers. At its widest point, it is somewhere in the region of 10 inches, 250mm, and at its highest, it's somewhere in the region of 200mm or 8 inches. You can see here that it comes with this sleeve over the top, and that can be removed simply with Velcro. There's 1 fitting at the top, 2 at the back here. I'll just take the 1 off at the front, and that allows you to slide a mobile phone inside the bag. The bag isn't waterproof on its own. You'll see when we open the bag that it does come with a waterproof cover. This isn't really something that you could see or operate your mobile phone with, but at least you'd see it light up and know that you got a message or an email or something. Not that I'm a great believer in that, because there's enough things on a motorcycle to distract you with anyway, but they simply go through the loops and Velcro up. So 2 at the back here and 1 at the front. Equally, a friend who's already had this and actually recommended it to me likes the idea of this here, because there's a small zip pocket here, because this part is waterproof, into which you can put a credit card, or maybe even if you've got a small wallet, you could put your wallet into there. Exterior wise, the bag has a pretty watertight hole here for a electrical lead, a charging lead. That's going to be great on the BMW, because just here I have my DIN power outlet on the R1250 GS. Into that I've got an Optimate L-shaped twin USB outlet, so I'll simply plug a USB in there, push the small end of the micro USB connector into the bag, and that'll allow me either to have a hub inside here to run everything else off, or certainly charge my phone or charge my GoPro batteries or anything else that I might need to keep charged on the go. It is a small bag, as I say. It's 4 litres. It has a maximum capacity of 2 kilos, so it is only really for fairly light things. But let's just go inside the bag. So as the bag would be facing you here, There's the two zips on the front, and they both go pretty much the full width to allow it to then hinge. That then allows you to open the lid, and inside, as you can see, you get the standard tank lock fitting. So this will go on the tank, and then your bike specific mount will go over the top of that to actually hold the thing down. And then this is what actually clamps onto the tank lock, but we'll see that in a minute. I think this is probably a sunglasses tray. It has a couple of Velcro bits on there, so you can keep that fixed. I may well use that for my earplugs or for some change, or I may well just remove it totally, because certainly as far as my glasses and sunglasses are concerned, I tend to keep those separately in a case within the bag anyway. This is where the power outlet comes in here. So a nice little compartment there. This compartment in the top is pretty typical of most suitcases actually. It has a mesh carrier, so I don't know why you have it, but you do. And inside there I have the waterproof cover for the bag, so that makes the bag completely waterproof. And I also have the shoulder strap, which as you can see I haven't even used yet, but that allows you to connect the bag via the two connectors here. One connector here and one connector here, and allows you to put the bag over the shoulder. Equally, the bag does have a single carrying handle, so certainly while you're refueling, you can carry this with you into the filling station, because you'll already have removed it to refuel the bike. So that's the sort of unboxing of the bag and what you get with it, and we'll get out on the bike and fit it hopefully in just a few minutes. This is the filler ring, and the filler ring is held on BMW with 6 Torx 25 fasteners. So first and foremost we need to remove the front 4 of those fasteners. So once we've removed those, we've then got the standard dish that comes with the tank bag itself. This is the universal part. There's a very small notch just here, and then you get your bike specific mount and you line that up. So the bike specific mount has a little notch in it just here, and that lines up with the notch in the universal fitting. And then you get your 4 replacement screws, drop those into the 4 holes, and if you looked underneath you'd actually see that they line up with grooves in the universal collar. And then we just ease those into place, drop them down, and then using a 3mm hex key we just spin them down. So now we have the standard ring that comes with the bag fitted, and the collar that is the BF11 that is bike specific for the BMW R1250, for the R1200, and quite a few other models. In fact, I think it even fits the Multistrada, and you know, so it's certain models have that design of tank cap. So that's all ready to go, and that remains on the bike. So all we now need to do is to fit the tank bag to it, and that simply is a matter of taking the tank lock here. So there's the release mechanism you can see operating there. So we just literally put the front on first and clip it into place, and that is clipped into place. As I say, it does sort of look a bit like a pimple on the top of the tank, but it's a lovely sized unit. To remove it, it is just a matter of removing it by pulling the lever here on the other side, and it just clips off. You can then refill your bike and physically take this with the carry handle into the filling station. One of the things I may not have shown you is the mobile phone compartment. We saw it from the outside, but actually if we take this mesh down here, we can hopefully see that here is a Velcro cover and an elasticated pouch. You just drop your phone down into that compartment. I have an iPhone X and that fits fine. I'm pretty sure the iPhone Pluses would fit in it because it is elasticated, and that would mean that the small and the larger Samsungs would do the same. And it's a bit tough to get it out first time you use it, but it is elasticated, so once you've got it out a couple of times it does beautifully. So it is as simple as that. So that's the fitting of the Givi ST602 Sport Tanklock 4-litre bag to the R1250GS. If you have liked that video, give it a thumbs up, hopefully. That'll help a lot. If you like the channel, subscribe to it. And if you want to see when I next post videos, ring the bell and you'll be notified when I next post them. That's me with that fitted. I'm looking forward next Thursday, the 2nd of May, shooting off to Wales for 4 days with my new tank bag. Thanks a lot for watching.